Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Chintastic Bravo, and once again I'm here and to talk about pretty much why did I join the military and what made me to pursue that as a career. So pretty much this is going to tell about a little bit of my childhood stories. There's going to be some pictures on what I've done. Make any comments if you want any more information, but this is just going to be part one of my story. Enjoy. Here's me weighing at 2 pounds. Obviously I'm premature. I only had 50% chance of living, but of course I pulled through. And here's a picture of me trying to grab that tripod there, and obviously that's just what is going to happen. You know, get banged on the head, start crying and whining, and mom comes running. And here's me with a happy face saying I'm okay. My dad was stationed in Germany at this time, so of course they took advantage of it, you know, had a good time. And my dad also loved to play Santa Claus, so he did that for the family. There's me turning 1 year old, and once again another Christmas photo. And here's me at the age of 12. I was in a military youth program called the U.S. Navy Sea Cadet Corps. This was kind of like my first step on choosing the military as a career. This program allowed me to do a lot of research and see what the military life was all about. And once you join the U.S. Navy Sea Cadet Corps, in order to advance and go to other advanced training, is you have to complete the Sea Cadet Navy boot camp. Here's a class photo of me. I believe I was 13 years old. There's the barracks, or squad bay, and graduation. And there's me, happy smile and all. And for my first advanced training that I attended to was the U.S. Coast Guard in Grays Harbor, Washington. Did a lot of search and rescue training, not only just training actual real life. Here's somebody stranded out in the ocean. I forgot what was the reason, probably engine failure or somewhat. So here we are, you know, doing a simple real life rescue. And here in this photo, we're conducting a training where transporting injured personnel from the ocean onto the basket being lifted off up in the helo there for a safe transportation to any local medical facility. And of course in the Sea Cadets you're definitely going to do some training on Navy vessels. You're going to sleep on them. You know, they're going to task you with a sailor, and he's going to pretty much show you what he does on his daily job. So yeah, that was a good experience, sleeping in them bunk beds. You know, it's really hard to sleep at night when you're so close to each other, you know. And there's me with the M14 just taking a picture. And here's another advanced training that I attended to in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. Port operation training. It was okay. I mean, we got to work on tugboats and we tugged the submarines into dock and stuff like that. But other than that, you know, port operation was okay, but it was more of an adventure just to be able to go to Hawaii. So yeah, that was where it was fun, just being in Hawaii and enjoying the nice light blue sea, man. You know, going out there, going snorkeling, had a good time. I didn't want to leave, but yeah, that was one of the benefits about the Sea Cadets is you get to travel around, and as a kid, you know, that's very exciting. And then here's me going to Petty Officer Leadership Academy, professional development. Basically, I attended this training, so you know, obviously you're gonna learn about leadership and stuff like that. But also, in order to do certain schools, you have to go to the school as a prerequisite. For example, like if you want to be like an instructor for boot camp, for the Sea Cadet boot camp, this is one of the requirements: is you have to go to a Petty Officer Leadership Academy. And that was really the reason why that I went, because in the future I wanted to be an instructor at a Sea Cadet boot camp, and which I did later on, but we'll see those pictures later. And then for my next advanced training, I went to a Naval Submarine School here in Groton, Connecticut. That was a really good experience. It really was. I mean, I wasn't able to take a lot of pictures because of all the training simulations and stuff like that we had to go through, damage control on submarines and so forth. But yeah, that was very interesting. I was actually thinking about joining, the Navy and to be a submariner, but of course I didn't go that route. I joined the Marine Corps instead. But either way, as kids, we constantly be changing our minds. So, but it was definitely a good experience to learn about how submarines work. And now for my next training that I attended was Aviation Survival School in Mansfield, Ohio. Survival school, basically, that is what it means, to learn how to survive if you're in a airplane and you crash. And so here we are trying to learn the basics on basic survival skills. We ate bugs, all kinds of bugs. I mean, I ate a bunch of locusts and worms and grasshoppers and whatever else we could find, because we were hungry. They only fed us, they feed us 3 meals a day, and then it goes to 2 meals, to 1 meal, to no meals, where we have to make a bunch of snare traps and our own fishing poles, and at the same time we had to maintain security just in case for the enemy that is trying to find us. So it was a very interesting school. It was definitely a good weight loss program, that's for sure. And this school was taught by U.S. Army Special Forces, and they definitely gave us a lot of good survival tips during this training. And the next school that I went to was Sea Cadet SEAL training, SEAL orientation class. This was basically to see, to let you know what basic underwater demolition, SEAL school was like. And it started out with probably like 50 of us, and I think only 28 of us graduated. We even had guys from the Naval Academy attend this course, because it was a very good course if you wanted to know what BUDS was like. And this school probably inspired me the most to join the military, because I had such a great time doing this, getting trashed and stuff. But it was definitely worth it. Working with these awesome individuals. And of course, I couldn't really take any pictures, during the training, because if I did, my portable camera would probably, bust it anyway. So there's no point taking it with me, But yeah, this was a very challenging school, and probably one of the proudest moments as a child. Now here I am, a Sea Cadet Basic Training instructor. This was probably one of the most challenging and rewarding jobs that I've done in the Sea Cadets. To be able to motivate a platoon and utilizing your best leadership ability on these younger cadets, and hopefully I made some sort of impact on their lives. Hopefully they still remember me till this day. But this was a very rewarding job, being able to teach these younger cadets and watching them all graduate, and then the funny thing is, you could possibly see them in the future in other advanced training and so forth. But unfortunately, this was kind of like my last chapter in the Sea Cadets. And then when I turned 18, that's when I got my certificate of honorable discharge, and then shortly after I went off to Marine Corps Basic Training in Parris Island, where I started a new chapter, a new adventure. So this is the shadow box I created, and now I hang it up in my office. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video about me, what inspired me to join the military. And yeah, if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them on the bottom, and I guess I'll see you all later. Fantastic Bravo, signing off.